Guys, welcome back to Southern Extreme TV. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Little out of season, I'm not gonna say off topic, but definitely out of season for this video today, but it's a gun review nonetheless. And it is a gun that I picked up last year, and I wanted to do a initial review of this gun for you guys, but I did not. I held off on it because I really wanted to test this gun out this season, shoot it, practice with it, and kind of see how it shot and how it performed for me out in the field before I brought you a review. And what we're gonna be talking about today is the Stoeger M3500, but this isn't just any Stoeger M3500. This is the Waterfowl version. So right here you can see, obviously this is a little more different than some of the other Stoegers that you've probably seen. You can see that it's got this nice flat dark earth Cerakote on it. And then it has I believe this is the mossy oak shadow grass, or maybe the real tree. No, this is the real tree. I'm not even sure what the camouflage pattern is, but it's the real tree duck camouflage. That's what I'm gonna call it. That's a bad review for you guys, I'm sorry. But anyway, what's the main thing you wanna look at is that it is this Cerakote on all of the metal, which is one of the things that I really was looking forward to trying out on this gun. Again, I've done a waterfowl budget shotgun review and it had a lot of success, and you guys really enjoyed that video. And that shotgun is still one of my favorite shotguns that I have because it is very budget oriented. But I wanted to up the game a little bit this year. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money. And you're talking about duck hunting guns, you're talking about some very expensive equipment. Duck hunters are like, and I'm new to duck hunting, so I can talk crap about them because I'm in it and I'm also new to it. Duck hunters are a lot like golfers. They pay a lot of money for their daggum gear, and their shotguns are exactly like that. But there's a reason behind it. It's because they are using their equipment in some really, really harsh conditions. It's always wet, it's typically always cold, and you typically are always beating and banging and using it for a paddle and dragging it through the mud and literally putting it in salt water, using it in the worst conditions that you could possibly put a gun in. And so you have to have a very good quality shotgun if you want to be I'm not going to say if you want to be a legit duck hunter, but if you are going to duck hunt to any extent, you're going to want to have a shotgun that you can rely on, that you know is going to go bang whenever you pull the trigger. So starting off on this gun, obviously I showed you guys the up close on it. You can see that the Cerakote, flat dark earth Cerakote, is on all of the metal parts. The next thing I want to point out to you guys is you have everything is oversized. So you can see here, this little charging handle here is oversized, and the reason they do that, you can see I can almost fit 2 fingers on that thing. It's really, really nice, and I like that because a lot of times if you're duck hunting, you're going to have some big, heavy, thick gloves on. Not always on your right hand, unless it's super, super cold, because if you're doing any calling, you guys that call ducks, you know sometimes it's a little difficult to get that call to sound the right way whenever you got a glove on your hand. So a lot of duck hunters will only have the glove on their left hand, but still, nonetheless, it's nice that they made this a little bit oversized, which is one thing that I really liked about this shotgun. Everything is oversized, it's easy to hit. If you're in a hurry, you're trying to reload, you got ducks coming in, and you're trying to get reloaded, get back on a duck, and get up and take the shot, it's just easier to get reloaded and get back on target. As far as what you're going to get in the package, you're going to get 5 choke tubes. You're going to get I believe it's a short range, a mid range, extended, and then you're also going to get your 3 regulars, improved cylinder, modified, and then you're also going to get a extra full turkey choke. So that's another cool thing about this. If you've been keeping up with the channel, you've seen me do another review on a Stoeger M3500, but it is the turkey version, or the turkey series of the Stoeger M3500. It has a big pistol grip, shorter barrel, 24-inch barrel, camouflaged all the way through, and runs 2 3/4, 3-inch, and 3.5-inch shells. So if you're looking for an all-around do-it-all gun, waterfowl, shooting doves, shooting skeet, going out and turkey hunting, this is a awesome gun to look into, because again, like I said, this is the 3500 edition. What that means from the Stoeger lineup is you have that functionality of being able to shoot 2 3/4, 3-inch, or 3.5-inch shells, which is really, really nice. If you want to shoot those real light target loads whenever you're going to shoot pigeons, or you're just going to fun shoot, you have that ability. If you want to shoot 3-inch shells, which is what I shoot when we go duck hunting, you have that ability. And then if you want to take this thing turkey hunting and use some 3.5-inch shells, or maybe use some 3.5s whenever you're going out maybe goose hunting, whatever the case may be, you have that ability. That's what is so nice about the Stoeger M3500s, is you have that versatility, that wide range of options that you can really use this shotgun for. So that's the really, really cool thing about this gun. The only negative that I have about this gun on the whole thing is I am used, and this may be just a preference thing, and I'm sure that's what it is, I am not a fan of this front optic. This is a green optic, and I am used to a red front sight on my shotguns. And again, that's a matter of a preference, and it doesn't really affect the way that you see things. And I mean, you can see the green really, really clear in the daytime, and you can see it really good low light. But I've always had a red dot, not a red dot, but just a red fiber optic out there on the front, and that's just what I'm used to. And that little bit of green, I don't know, it's just a little different for me. And again, this is the first year that I've shot this gun, so I'm still trying to get used to it, and still just trying to feel it out as far as how it shoots. But 1 year deep, this gun functioned flawless, flawless, flawless for me all the way through duck season. We shot several geese, several ducks, and it shot really well for me. I'm ready to take it out into the dove field this year to see if it shoots as well as that other cheap gun did. That cheap gun made by Hatfield that I did a review on, it is a dove slayer. I can absolutely knock the crap out of some doves with that thing. So I'm interested to see how this thing will shoot in dove season. Another issue that I've got with it is this shotgun is close to 8 pounds. I think it weighs in technically at 7.8 without any ammunition in there. It's a little on the heavy side if you compare it to some of the Benellis or the Berettas, or even some of the, and again, the Franchi, the Frenchie, however you want to say it. Those guns are going to be a little bit lighter weight, but again, those guns are also going to cost you $300 to $1,000 more, depending on which gun you get, if it's a Beretta or a Benelli. Your Franchi or Frenchie, whatever you want to call it, it is probably the next gun in the lineup that would be similar to this Stoeger. It's probably $200 to $300 more than what this gun runs. It is a very nice gun, but the ones that I've held, they are a little more lightweight, which does play a little bit of a factor when you're sitting in the duck blind, or you're out in your duck hole and you're having to hold your shotgun all morning. That little extra weight can tend to weigh on you, just like a rifle will whenever you're back packing it in on a big hiking trip, or whatever the case may be. Those couple extra ounces over time actually plays a big factor into the comfort of that shotgun. One thing I do really like about this gun in comparison to my other 3500, that is the turkey shotgun, is it actually comes ready to receive a sling. So you don't have to do any pre-drilling or tapping or anything like that. It's already set up for it. And then up here on the front as well, it's already set up ready to receive a sling. And you guys know I'm a big claw fan, so this is a claw strap. This is all that I use, and the reason that I like that, you guys have read or done any reviews on my Southern Extreme channel on turkey hunting. The reason I like these straps is because I can cinch this thing all the way down and cinch it down tight to where it hardly flops. It doesn't get in the way, and if I'm ready to put it on my shoulder, it's a very easy slide. It's on my shoulder. I can put it over, cross it if I want, and then whenever I'm sitting there and I'm ready to start hunting again, it's simple as cinch it right back down and I'm back into a good shooting position. So again, the fact that it's ready to receive a sling means a lot. The one thing that some people had some gripe about on this gun, and this was just what I had read off of reviews before I purchased this shotgun, and I purchased this shotgun fairly new, and what I mean by that is it was fairly new on the market, so it had not went through a lot of testing out in the field with the real public before I purchased this gun. But the people that had shot this gun and used it in the field said that they were a little concerned about how well the Cerakote would hold up. And I know I talked a little bit about some of my other guns that are Cerakoted and how they held up, but this gun, you can tell, let me flip it over so you guys can see the other side of it. This gun here has hardly any wear and tear, and hopefully you guys can see all the way through here. No dings, no scratches, no fading. The only place that you have a spot, and I don't even know if you guys can see or not, right there. And that was me. I did that 100%. my gun was propped up against the truck and it fell off of the truck and fell straight down onto gravel. And I guess just one little piece of gravel hit right there, but nothing else up through the barrel is scratched anywhere. Nothing on the receiver, nothing. So just held up really, really well. The other thing that I was concerned about with this gun, and a lot of the M3500s have this issue, is they have a break-in period. And what I mean by that is, again, this 3500 from Stoeger runs off of the inertia-driven system. So what that means is it uses essentially the blowback of the shotgun shell to operate your system. So your lighter rounds, your lighter target rounds have a hard time cycling in these M3500s. So again, I want to show you guys that this gun will cycle 2 3/4 light rounds with ease. It was the one thing that I was nervous about on this shotgun, was that it would not cycle 2 3/4 light loads. It would not have enough pressure to blow back and eject the shell. Which a lot of M3500s, you have to break them in, and sometimes they break in, sometimes they don't. But this gun from the factory, I'm not gonna say from the factory, when it was from the factory, it was cycling those rounds, but I can't prove that to you because I didn't make a video. But a year deep, this gun is still cycling those rounds. Just like that, bam, bam. You can see that is all the way back into the lock position, ready to receive another round, and then load up and go. So again, that was the one of the other, I guess, issues that I was concerned about, because again, I was wanting to use this gun for a lot of wing shooting, dove, ducks, geese, whatever the case may be. And when we go dove hunting, we don't use any expensive shells. We're using very light power rounds. So I wanted a gun that was going to function and actually eject whenever it's shot, and I didn't have to manually operate it until the gun got broke in. So straight from the factory, this gun shoots very light loads well, and it cycles every one of them. I've not had an issue whatsoever. And then obviously with my duck rounds that I'm using that are 3 inches, it has not had an issue whatsoever. And again, this is 3-inch shell. This is typically what I use for duck hunting. And we'll put 3 in here and let you guys take a look at this, just to see the recoil difference as well, because that's one thing that you want to look at, is the recoil difference. So again, what I just shot a minute ago was just regular Walmart rounds, 2 3/4, and this right here is going to be 3-inch. So clearly you can see there's a little bit of a difference in the recoil there, but it's not bad. It's not that much more. Just typically what would be expected from going up from a 2 3/4 to a 3-inch round. I don't have any 3.5s for you guys to shoot out of this. Maybe we'll do another video in the future. Not a total giveaway, but maybe a 2 3/4 versus 3 versus 3.5 videos coming up. So hopefully this video helps you guys pull the trigger on a new Stoeger M3500 Waterfowl edition. This is a super nice shotgun, guys. I'm glad that I purchased this gun. Like I said, I wanted to get a little bit nicer of a duck hunting shotgun, but also get something that I could use doing other activities, other sporting activities. And this thing fit the bill, man. It does everything I needed to do. It comes with all the choke tubes that I need to do everything that I need, and just an all-around nice gun. The fit, the finish, the feel, the way it shoulders, everything about it is nice. So hopefully if you're in the market looking for one, this video helps put you over the edge on pulling the trigger on the new Stoeger M3500 Waterfowl. So guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me on my video today, Southern Extreme TV. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button in the top left corner. I'm trying to grow this thing as big as I can get it, and every click means the world. So until next time, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be sure to bring you guys along on everything I got coming up in the future.